Hi everybody! Welcome to Godly Play. I'm Miss Becky. Are you ready? Are you ready to come in and hear the story? Join our circle? If you're ready, come on in. Miss Marty's in here and she has a wonderful story to tell you today.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine.
Hi everyone, I'm Miss Marty and we're ready to tell our story. Remember, the first thing we do is change the calendar. Miss Becky's gonna come and change our church school calendar for us.
Hi, Miss
Hi,
Marty.
Miss Becky.
So here we are in this big patch of green growing Sundays of Pentecost, and we're getting ready for Advent. So I'm going to move it 1 week closer to Advent. Getting close. Thanks, Miss Marty.
Thank you, Miss Becky. Okay, and the next thing we do every week is light our Christ candle. We have it lit right here behind us. The other candle we light in your boxes, remember? We gave you a little candle, so I'm going to light this one, and I'm going to put it right next to our big candle. All right, is everybody ready? Are we ready to tell the story? Okay, this week we're going to tell the story of the flood and the ark. Normally, we would have our special ark that's located on our sacred shelves. But we are so lucky. This week we have Miss Becky's mother's ark, which is so beautiful and is filled with so many beautiful animals. I'm going to ask Miss Becky to sit with me while I tell the story because there are so many animals to show you all. And since this is such a big story, we're also going to have my daughter Anne. She's going to help us with the story too. She's going to read for us. I'm so glad you all are here, and if we're ready, we're going to start our story. All right, friends. First thing I need is a brown rug to start our story.
When God created everything, God said, "It is very good." But people began to do bad things. God decided to send a great flood of water to wash everything clean and make it new again. Then God saw a good family. The father was Noah, and the mother was Naamah. They had 3 sons, and they had wives. Noah walked with God. He came so close to God, and God came so close to Noah, that Noah knew what God wanted him to do. God wanted Noah to build a big boat called an ark. Noah and all of his family began to build the ark. As they were building the ark, animals began to come from all 4 corners of the earth. They came 2 by 2 to fill the ark. When the ark was finished and all the animals were on the ark, it began to rain. Water came down from the heavens and up from the earth. It rained and rained. At first, it was like any rain, but the rain kept on coming. The puddles ran together, and soon the water covered everything. When the creatures on the ark looked out into the rain, all they could see was water. It rained and rained. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights. But God did not forget the creatures on the ark. After 40 days and 40 nights, the rain stopped. Then God sent a great wind to dry up the water, and the water began to go down. Noah took the dove. He held it carefully and then sent it forth. It flew and flew. Noah held out his hand and received the dove. There was still nothing but water. Noah waited 7 days. He sent the dove forth again. It flew and it flew. This time, when it came back, it had a fresh olive leaf in its mouth. Now there was something green and growing on earth again. Noah waited 7 more days. He sent the dove out again. This time, it didn't come back. It found a home. It made a nest, and it stayed there. The water kept going down. Then, finally, the ark came to rest upon the earth. All the creatures began to come out of the ark. Look at all the animals that were on Noah's ark. There were camels and panda bears and hippopotamus, rabbits, lions, beavers, and all sorts of animals. I wonder what animals you see. They were so happy to be home again. They could not help it. They had to say their prayers to say just how happy they were. So they made an altar and gave thanks to God. Suddenly, all the creatures saw a great bow in the sky. It was a bow of many colors. You can still see it today when there is rain and the sun is shining. Today, we call it a rainbow. We can't get a whole rainbow in our room, but if you hold this prism up to the light and look carefully, you can see a piece of the rainbow in it. This rainbow was God's sign to say that He will never send such a flood again. The creatures went out to all four corners of the earth and filled it up with life again.
I wonder what part of the story you like the best. I wonder what part of the story is the most important. I wonder where where you see yourself in the story. I wonder if there's any part of this story that we can leave out and still have the same story. There's a lot of beautiful animals here. And now it's time for you to get your boxes out with all your craft supplies, and you can go and respond to the story. You might want to draw the ark, you might want to make some animals, whatever you want to do. And when you have that all done, then you can go and have a feast. And remember to thank God for all that you have, for every blessing that He's giving you. Thanks, friends. We'll see you next week. Bye.
This little light of mine.